Hey everyone, welcome to the weekly update. Shortly I will be taking you through all the cool freshwater fish we got in this week and some saltwater goodies. Actually, I'm going to let Reagan do that part. But the freshwater stuff, we got in a lot of cool oddballs and some things we haven't had in quite a while, so you want to stay tuned to that. First on the docket though is the giveaway. If you didn't listen to last week's update or you haven't been paying attention to Facebook, all we are asking is on both platforms, on Facebook. Go on Facebook, you'll see the giveaway at the top of the page. Just simply tell us something that you like about Fishy Business or why you shop here or who it is that you shop with. Anything like that. We're going to put it in a drawing for a $100 gift certificate, as well as on YouTube. If you'll do the same in the comments right below, if you'll tell us a reason that you actually shop here, a reason why you pay attention to the videos. Sometimes we need a little affirmation to make us want to keep doing these videos and stuff for you. So if you can, just kind of share your feelings on those things, positive hopefully, and we'll enter you in the contest that we're going to do at the very end of the month. This weekend, on Saturday's video, we have a special treat for you. The last couple videos Andrew has done, and they've been fantastic, but this time we have Alan Heath with Red Sea going over the brand new dosing pump that people have been literally waiting a year for. So if you want to know a little bit more about that, you're going to get it right from one of Red Sea's top salespeople. He's going to go over the whole unit for you on Saturday. What else? One more thing, there is a brand new store tour that is on the way. Hopefully it will be up within the next week, as well as new stuff for the grind, and it's hot outside. Let's get to the video. The first fish I'm picking out are the marbled angels that came in this week. What's unique about these is typically when you get marbled angels, you'll get a ton of black and a ton of silver, very little white. This week, it's almost the inverse of that. You've got a ton of white with just a little bit of black, and that really makes these stand out almost in a Dalmatian kind of way. So if you've been in the hunt for some small to medium angels, these marble angels that came in this week look really, really good. When was the last time we had wild caught discus? I couldn't tell you. Some popped up on the list this week and we got a few. So this is a wild caught discus. This is what they kind of look like when they haven't been bred for all the different color strains. And these are some really nice beauties that we got in this week. So if you've ever been in the hunt for wild caught discus or wanted to see what some look like, here they are. Okay, so as Ryan likes to say, we got puffers! Figure 8 puffers we got in this week. These are really cool if you have a brackish tank or would like to set up a small little brackish tank. This is a perfect fish to do that for. They don't need a ton of running room. 20-gallon tank would be enough for a single one of these. Very, very cool, beautiful looking face, very personable, and they will just about follow you everywhere. However, they are aggressive, so you do want to keep them by themselves, but everybody loves puffers. A beautiful, beautiful tangerine lobster came in this week, so I really wanted to show that. I know there's a lot of people that look for lobsters and slash crayfish, slash shrimp on these broadcasts, and this is one that is pretty, pretty gorgeous. Great color here. Great size too, he's not very big. Okay, a very cool fish that came in this week, the Abramite headstander. This is a fish from way back in the day. We have not had these in a very long time, and usually when we see these, it's because somebody brought them in. Cool thing about the Abramite headstander is that they are a very cryptic fish a lot of times. A lot of people think they hang near the surface, but they actually spend their time in the roots of trees, kind of hiding between rocks that are in the wild. So you're gonna find them in the lower part of the tank. Now, if you want to keep them with live plants, that is what they would prefer, but they do eat a lot of live plants. So you want to keep them with something very hardy. Crips are pretty good, and Anubias are really good. They typically leave those alone. But it's a really cool fish. It is definitely what I would classify as semi-aggressive, but beautiful nonetheless. Haven't had these in a couple of weeks either. These are excellent colored electric blue Jack Dempseys. I've not seen them against a white gravel before, and kudos to Kevin for putting this together this way, because they really, really do show up. It also enhances the silver that's in the body of the fish, and these are just beautiful, beautiful fish. So if you have been looking for really, really nice electric blue Jack Dempseys, these are a great starter size, lots of different colors, lots of different patterns in these fish this week. I don't have a ton of them, but what I have are super. Really nice albino ruby Oscars came in this week. These are a good size, as you can see. They're not very large. A good starter size where you've got a little bit of growing room if you don't have a super big tank. Great color on these fish. Sometimes when we get them, they'll be frayed a little bit or the color will be off. These are impeccable. I always show them when I get them in, and I usually only get one, and that was the case today, the wolffish. This guy does not play around, so you can look up how they grow and what they look like as adults, but this is a young wolffish I have one of. Really cool, and I've got him this week. Got in another alligator gar this week. This is a really nice one in that he is small, but he's got really thick weight, so he's not super thin. Great body weight, good looking colors, and he is moving all around the tank. This is not a fish you want to get if you've got a 55-gallon. But if you're planning on doing some serious upgrading or you have a larger tank, this puppy will get big and he will do it pretty fast. So, but he's giving us a pretty good show right now, so I've got one of them in, alligator gar. Skulking in the back of the tank, which I'm trying to pull out right now, are the juvenile clown knife fish. As you can see, they have stripes at this age, and they're very young. You can see, usually we get them in, they're much bigger than this, but you can see based on my hand. Really cool. At this stage, they can kind of go in just about any kind of tank, except, of course, with small fish like neons and stuff. But they would be better in a semi-aggressive tank with barbs and things like that. But the juvenile clown knives came in this week, and they look great as well. Now, these guys are stressing a little bit right now, but they just came in maybe 30 minutes ago, and Kevin's going to kill me if I don't show them. So, in his new discus tank that you will find located at the front of the store, we have these beautiful red leopard discus that just came in. They even look good in their stressed colors. When they settle down in a couple of hours, you'll actually see the real colors pop on them, and you can probably look on Facebook, as I imagine they'll get shown there once they're in true form. But it looks like I got 3 of them. They are in here. They're great starter size, beautiful fish. If you're in the market for discus or have thought about it, definitely come check out the new discus tank and the red leopard discus that are in them. So rassicomets are a really good way to add fish to your pond if you don't want koi and you don't want your plants eaten. It's a great goldfish, elongated in the same way a koi is, grows big, just not quite as big or as fast as koi do, not quite as ravenous as koi as well, but with some beautiful color patterns. And you can kind of see here all the different color patterns that are on these fish. They're very healthy and they're a great alternative to koi if you want something a little more affordable for your pond. If you're like me and you're a koi enthusiast and you don't care how much they cost or what they eat, you just want beautiful color and a beautiful fish, well, we've got koi. I've got them in all sizes right now. I'm showing you some of these as they just came in today, especially the white on the gold. It's just so beautiful in a pond. Coming down through here, I managed to get 2 Chinese high-fin sharks as well. These will eat algae in your pond. Now, they're not going to in any way eradicate algae from a pond, but they do a great job for their size. They're really cool too because they get that high fin, hence the name high-fin shark. And you can see it occasionally stroll through the top of your pond. So if you want to wow your own self or any neighbors that might come over, you might at any interval catch your Chinese high-fin shark strolling across the top of your pond with a shark-like fin as it gets bigger. And they do get very big. One thing that came in this week that I'd like to talk about real quick are these Aquarium complete system freshwater tanks. If you've been in the market or you've got maybe a child or a birthday gift, something where you want a starter kit where you don't have to think about anything, everything's already included for the most part. The Aquarium LED 20 is $109.99. It comes with the filter, it comes with your heater, it comes with the LED light, the aquarium, your filters, some starter stuff for it, and a net. So this is a great way to get a young child or somebody who's just starting into freshwater. Also, I have the LED 29. It's only $20 more. At $129.99, it's a great little package as well for starter tanks. Those we haven't had in a while, and I wanted to show those to you as well. Now on to Reagan and the saltwater update.
It's nice to see you all again. I hope you liked all of the freshwater fish that Chuck showed you. Now let's go take a look at my saltwater fish. This is the red red-tailed triggerfish. This is the first time that I've even had the option of getting one since I started here in January. Red-tailed triggerfish are super peaceful. They're one of the more peaceful triggers. This guy is stunning. He's got that beautiful periwinkle colored body with that really nice red-orange tail. These guys vocalize using grunting sounds. They are very friendly. They're more of a community type trigger, and they do make a great pet as well as a conversation piece. Their diets are going to be meaty foods, mysis, brine, chunky LRS, and they do come from the Caribbean Ocean around the Indo-Pacific, which is super cool. Connor's favorite. This is the porcupine pufferfish. Now the porcupine puffers, these guys are going to get about 1 foot in length, so they are going to get a little bit larger than some of your other smaller puffers. They are not reef compatible as they will eat your cleanup crew. These guys have a super wonderful personality, one of the best personalities of any saltwater fish in my opinion. As you can see, this one is swimming all in the front, wants to be all up in our business, right in our faces the whole time. This guy will definitely be one of the most fun fish that you ever put into any fish tank in your entire lives. I really can't recommend him enough. Please come check out the porcupine puffer. Alright, so I don't get these guys in a lot because I can't always order them. This is the geometric pygmy hawkfish. The geometric pygmy hawkfish are going to be reef safe. Most hawkfish are not, just because sometimes they will go after some smaller fish, but this is a pygmy, so it's not going to get that large. It's only going to get about 2 inches in total size. This one's already an inch, so it's only going to double in size, so he's not going to get very big. These guys are easy to care for. They're very peaceful fish. They're great community fish. You can put them with almost anything as long as it's also peaceful. They're carnivores. Feed them what you would feed most of your other carnivores, small little mysis, brine shrimp, things like that. These guys are reef inhabitants in the wild. You can find them in rubble zones and around lake corals. These guys really are super cute. They have a beautiful pinkish coral colored geometric pattern on their bodies, which is why they're called the geometric hawkfish. Definitely come check them out. Beautiful, beautiful, cute little fish. Y'all aren't going to believe me when I tell you this wrass's name. It is the pudding wife wrasse. Pudding wife wrasse. That is the weirdest name of any fish I think I've ever heard in my entire life. Either way, it is absolutely beautiful. It's got really nice creamsicle colors on its body, that orange and white with a really nice eye spot on its high dorsal fin. And it also has another small eye spot right before its tail fin. These guys are found on lagoons and reef flats, generally over sand and rock and rubble substrates. These guys grow to a little bit larger size and they can move rock as they get older, so just be wary once this guy gets bigger that you have really large pieces of rock that he can't move. As a wrasse, sometimes they do jump, so do recommend having a lid if you want to try this wrasse. I've never had one before. I had never even heard of it before this morning when I picked it from Pablo's truck. Definitely one to come try. Absolutely stunning. This is the rectangle trigger, and this is the state fish of Hawaii. This is the Huma Huma Nuku Nuku Apua'a, the reef triggerfish. That is what this is. Rhinacanthus rectangulatus. Might have butchered that. Sir Richard will definitely let me know if I said it right or not.
She pronounced it correctly.
Yay! Now this guy is gonna get fairly large in size, about around a foot, give or take a couple inches on either end. Beautiful fish, not reef safe. It'll leave your coral alone, but like other triggers, he will eat all of your inverts and things like that. Rectangle triggers though are more of one of the more peaceful, docile triggers, still an aggressive predatory fish, but in the realm of triggers, gonna be one of your more peaceful ones and gonna be one of the ones that has more of a good personality, like this one showing. Always gonna come to you when you walk in the room, when you walk over to the tank. I have one in my tank at home, and every time I walk in the room, it comes right over. So if you want something that's really gonna show you its personality, definitely come try the rectangle trigger. Alright, so this morning I got in some red serpent stars. This one's got sand on it right now, which is why it has those light colored patterns on it. That's the sand from him burying himself. Red serpent stars are you know, they need more of a moderate aquarist to take care of them. They're not as easy as like the sand sifting stars. They don't do well in changes of oxygen really quickly, or different water parameters. They really do need more of a constant water tank to live in. Any small changes they don't do well with, which is why they are more of a moderate care type of starfish. They're gonna get fairly large, around a foot long. These will probably double in size by the time they get full grown. They really do add a gorgeous pop of color. There's really not a whole lot of inverts or fish or anything that really have this bright red-orange color throughout their entire bodies. They are typically nocturnal in the oceans. They typically only come out at night to feed, but in your tank, you can train them to actually come out every time you feed, so you will be able to see them a lot. Also in the same tank, we have a striped fang blenny. It's got beautiful black stripes running down its body, a beautiful yellow head, and it does taper off. You can see it kind of fade through his body, and then his tail has some really nice black and white spots on it as well. These guys are going to get about 5 inches in total size. This one's probably 2, so it's going to get a little bit bigger. They are reef compatible. I did call it a fang blenny. The fangs typically are only used as a defense mechanism against aggressive fish, just trying to keep himself safe. He's not going to use them all the time. Like I said, it's just a defense mechanism. They do great in a 30-gallon or larger with live rock. These guys do like to hunt, so having a lot of crevices in your rock where they can hide out and wait to catch some of the food that you put in there for them is where they're really going to thrive. These guys are absolutely beautiful, very active swimmers. You're going to be able to see them pretty constantly, as you can see this guy right now. Came in today, but already out and about swimming all around. This is a very massive fish. This is the blue and yellow grouper. This guy is bigger than what he should be, so he's definitely full grown. He's not getting any bigger. Definitely not super reef safe, only because he's a grouper. He's very big and he will eat all of your fish. It is going to take a very special fish only tank to house this guy. He does eat very well. Those spots that you see right now are his stress pattern or stress coat. When he is unstressed, the lighter color you see in those spots, that's what his whole body looks like. Some people refer to them as the powder blue grouper just because he is more of a light blue periwinkle color when he's not stressed. Overall, I mean, this guy really is a showstopper. You can't go wrong with a fish like this. He is absolutely gorgeous and stunning, and you really don't see them like this very often. If you have a very large tank and you have very large predatory fish, you will want to come check out the blue and yellow grouper.
We're not kidding. He's massive.
Yeah, he's huge. Last but not least is the tiger pistol shrimp. Right behind it, you'll also see a yellow watchman. I did get 6 yellow watchmans in today, and I got 6 pistol shrimp in today. All different kinds, but this pistol shrimp right here is the tiger. The pistol shrimps and the yellow watchmans are the ones that do form that symbiotic relationship with each other. Now, none of the yellow watchmans and pistol shrimps are a pair right now, but I did put a yellow watchman and a pistol shrimp in each of the tanks so that you can either get one of each and hopefully they'll pair up, or I'll notice if they pair up here and then you can come already buy the pre-symbiotic pair. Pistol shrimps are great not only because they will clean, almost kind of like a cleanup crew. They'll eat leftover food off the bottom, detritus, waste, things like that. They're super beautiful, and if you ever hear a weird clicking sound and you're wondering where the heck it's coming from, it's those guys using their big claws out front to make that clicking sound. So if you ever hear a weird, like, singular click every now and then, it's your pistol shrimp. Definitely come check them out. I got some cool, really big pistol shrimp in this week. So if you're looking for something showstopper, very neat and different, come check these guys out.
So that's a lot of fish this week and a lot going on. Please remember to make comments both on Facebook and on YouTube so we can get you in the drawing for the $100 gift certificate. Remember, there are 2 gift certificates, one for each. And I hope everybody has a great weekend. Definitely come see us. There's still a lot going on, even with the heat of the summer. I wish you all a wonderful weekend. God bless, and I'll see you soon.